Okay, makes sense. Okay. Praise. It's too early. Okay, so we're going to be talking about your marketing plan. If you have any questions, please keep it till the end of, the session, yeah? We're going to be talking about our marketing plan this evening, and I want to explain some things to you when you are trying to do a marketing plan for any product, any project, anything at all. When you're trying to run a marketing plan, this is what you should do. Now, what you're seeing on your screen, I'm going to read it out to you guys because I didn't put it down there, but I have the plan. I'll show you the plan. So first things you want to consider in your plan is your customers, right? And you need to understand each customer and how they play a role in whatever product that you're putting out. Remember, we talked about the different types of customers, that we have, the analytical customers, and all that. Remember, we talked about those types of customers that we have. So your job is to understand each customer, what you want to give, what they need. So your job is to understand the need gap. What do they need, as customers? And it helps you understand who you are selling to. That's where we now did the whole buyer persona thing, understanding who you are selling to and all of that. The next thing you now want to consider after your customers is the problem. Understanding the problem for each segment helps you approach growth from a need point of view. It helps you approach them from a need point of view. Whatever you're doing, whatever adverts you're pushing, whatever thing you're pushing out there, whatever product you're creating or your plan, it helps you, understand the problem that each of these customers are going through. You're selling skincare. The problem a 50-year-old buyer persona type of customer would experience will be different from the problem a 25-year-old will experience. The 25-year-old might say, oh, 100,000 is expensive. Yeah, why? Because it's a price customer. And then the 50-year-old might say, oh, it's not about expensive, it's about quality. I care about my age. I want some anti-aging stuff. It's about quality for me. But now you understand the problems of each customer. The problems of the customer is different from the problem that your product is solving, because your product can be solving anti-aging and it is not the problem of the customer. Yeah, the customer's problem might be price. The customer problem might be trust. The customer's problem might be features. So you need to be able to solve the customer's problem. Do you understand that? And then you now want to look at your business offering. What solution am I offering? The next thing is solution. So you have customers, you have problems. The next thing you want to do is your solutions. Your solutions, being clear on the solution allows you to understand and know if customers are getting value and if you stand out, than your competition. Yeah, you have to know the solution that you're offering. Some of us only know the problem that we have, but we don't know the solution to offer. And that puts us, like way behind because we will be trying to do stuff that really cannot work. Yeah. So people are asking you for, let's say as a graphics designer, some people say they want a designer. The solution you are providing is a design that can sell, not a design. Do you understand? Because the problem your customer has is not that he's looking for a graphic designer or he needs flyers. The problem your customer has is that they need designs that can communicate to the brand, to other brands or to customers in such a way that it will attract the right customer. But if you are doing it as per the need design, so I'm concerned about aesthetics, I'm not concerned about the experience a user will have when communicating with my design, then you have a problem. So you need to look at the solution. So how do I create my solution, my product, to fit this person's solution and offer them value? So am I giving value? As a designer, after every time you work with a client, do you give value? Will the clients come back? If the client has an opportunity to continue working with you, will they do that? If they are not going to do that, then you really didn't offer any value. You don't have a solution, yeah? And whatever it is you're doing, whatever problem it is you're solving, this is it. You need to be able to create your solution. Next is the feature set of your product, your solution, which is the product feature sets that the major ways you ship your products. What's the experience? What are the features of your product? How you ship your products to your clients, right? So if I'm doing skincare, for instance, yeah, the feature of my product, I want my product to be aesthetically beautiful, have all the features written on the body, have its branding to be communicated well, and also still solve their problem. So it is the way you put the experience behind, your product. That is your feature set. Yeah. So if you don't have this, you're not even ready to run ads. If you don't understand your customer, understand their problems, provide a solution, understand the solution that you're giving and provide it, and put in a feature set that will make the experience of that customer interesting, then you can't even run, any awareness. Because the next stage is the awareness, acquiring customers. Yeah, the awareness, whether it's for B2B, B2C type of customer, you have to be able to put, your offering everywhere. It takes a customer about 7 times to see your product before they finally pick interest in you. That means you have to completely be in their face all the time. If you don't have money to run ads, please use organic methods to run your ads. Be in people's faces, go out. If you run a physical business, for instance, sitting in your house and expecting magic to happen is a complete waste of time. Stop staying at home and hoping that people will find you. You post one day on your social media and say, oh, I don't used to get a lot of replies. You can't get a lot of replies. There's no level of consistency that you've put into your social media that would warrant people to say, oh, we're interested in this business. I'm coming. I want to check somebody's page. There's somebody I wanted to use as an example. I just want to check her page and see the way she usually posts, like every day. And I'm always, she has, all of us here know Niger brand chic. Yeah? No, we see this woman, we're happy about this woman. Everybody's like, she's making money, 304,000 followers. Marketer. She has 12.6 thousand, that's 12,600 posts on IG. 12,000. Do you know that level of consistency? That's why she can put up anything, and within the first 3 days, 4 days, she's had 6,000 sales. That is the kind of thing you want to be doing. So before you say, oh, I want to go out, oh, nobody's getting what I want, nobody's getting the things that I want, what level of consistency have you put up online? What strategies? Do you understand what strategy your business should be using part-time? It's not every business that's supposed to be online. There are some businesses that they still thrive on offline. Because what? These businesses are more B2B, yeah? And then, they're from wholesaler to retailers. There's no point going to go and be doing online because you make your money in bits. You need to understand your market. Your market is a niche market. Let's say, for example, I sell wines. If I sell wines, for instance, I'm supposed to know all the clubs around, all the big clubs around. I'm supposed to know every single party house, event planner. I'm supposed to know every event planner in my town, every club in my town, every church in my town, every university, community in my town. Why? Because these are the guys who like the party. So my wine, I'm going to be supplying to them. And the event planners, for instance, they always have their ears on the ground. So it saves you the stress. If you have their number, Judy Alpha, where you do? I beg, you get like 15 cartons of Chamdong. We need them for one lounge for inside Guarimpa. It's okay, I'm bringing it now. Why? Because you have their contact. The person that is supplying the clubs around Lagos, Ibadan, Abuja, and all, same strategy. They reached out, they sent a message. Do you understand? I had a student who used to sell Zobo, for instance. Yeah. I mean, she's one of my very good students and all of that. When she started, when she, joined the class, I was like, go talk to people you don't normally talk to them, tell them yourselves, go to restaurants, give them free, do this, do that. And she did that. Now, a business that had not crossed 40K revenue for like 8 months, did 1.1 million in 30 days, simply because she was reaching out. She went to all of them, said, oh, look, I sell Zobo, I'm going to give you this, I'm going to give you that. You taste it. If you like it, if your customers like it, you order 50. And I say, oh, okay, yes, I will. And then she does that. She has about 50 people, 50, 200 people. Her ears are on the ground. Somebody say, they are doing trade fair. Sure, come and say, how much is the spot? It's okay, I'll pay her. Let's go. You sell. Okay, I sell water. I sell water. If people are sweating, people are hungry, as they are buying food, they are buying water from you. You can sell like a lot, but your ears have to be. You don't even need sponsor that for all that. So if you're doing any physical business here, you need to get out. I saw something online last week that shook me. Yeah, shook me very much. And what was it? Somebody made 1 billion selling kuli kuli. 1 billion naira in 2022 selling kuli kuli on Facebook. The consistency of posting is above me. It's beyond me. Do you understand? The level of marketing is crazy. You need to be able to hit. It's kuli kuli. Some people say, Kulikuli care. Who's eating kulikuli? There are people who are eating kulikuli. There are people who are exporting kulikuli. The white people like kulikuli, right? The Westerners like kulikuli, so they want to taste some African stuff, some Nigerian stuff. Yours is to push it out. You already understand what market you're in. You understand how to find your market and all of that. Use awareness strategy to get out there straight up. And the next thing you need to do is, while you're running your awareness, add an aiding decision. Hope you are taking note of aiding decision. What do you mean? What do I mean by aiding decision? In your marketing plan, there must be something that convinces a prospective buyer to actually buy your product. There's something that should convince somebody that, look, I want to buy this product. Yeah, if you don't have testimonials, get testimonials from other people, work with other people, collaborate with other people. That is how you start to get results. Collaborate with other people. By the time you start collaborating, they'll reach out to you. I've posted people's stuff on my IG before, on my stories, and somebody said, oh, give me the number of this person. I like what this person is doing. Why? Because they posted and I reposted. It's as simple as ABC. Yeah. So what would you use to attract people? For some of you, is your content. To aid decision is more like positioning. Yeah. How do you tell somebody that I'm good at what I do? The consistency is there. The content is there. You can position with content. You can position with price. You can position with value. These are ways that you can position your product, against either your competitor, or you're even looking for clients to, identify you. You need to be able to add some spice, right? You can't be doing what everybody's doing and you expect us to look your way. We'll go for everybody else. So you need to put out something that will attract me, something that will catch my attention, something different, yeah, that will catch my attention, that will catch your audience attention. You're selling, what do you call it? What's the name now? What brand should I use now? You're selling fashion, for instance, yeah? Another aiding decision you can use as a fashion person is your packaging. A lot of people like to unbox. People love to unbox. When your packaging is exquisite, when they call something is exquisite, yeah? If your packaging is exquisite, people will buy singlets. I mean, Ashlocks, for me, Ashlocks is name. I know some of us know, all of us here should know Ashlocks as a brand. The Ashlocks brand is an amazing brand that sometimes when I look at the work they've done, I'm just smiling like, man, this guy's putting a lot of work into aiding decision. If you see the way Ashlocks used to package, what do you call it? Singlets or shirts. It comes like, it comes in a pack. Yeah? It comes in a pack. You unbox your t-shirt and you're already feeling like, damn, I love this shirt. You can see the value of your money. So when they charge you when they charge you 200,000 for a single shirt, you're not angry. Yeah? You're not angry that they charged you 200,000 for a single shirt. You're very happy that they charged you a lot of money. Yeah? Because what? They gave you that experience. They aided the decision by showing you how it's being packaged, how you unbox your Ashlocks shirt or singlet or underwear, whatever it is. So whatever it is that you're trying to sell, always ask yourself, when I put out my product, what will make this person even look? If your product cannot attract somebody in 5 seconds, you are not going to sell. What will make the person look? You need to start doing a lot of content marketing. I said content that sells is very, 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 very important. You need to do content that sells. No more static headlines and boring headlines. You hear things like, how to make 50 million in 90 days. It's possible, but I don't gonna believe that shit, man. I don't want that. I don't want to see that, right? Because I mean, it just puts me, oh my God, sorry. Jesus. This person, I forget this person all the time. It just puts you on a spot where you're like everybody else. But if you have a headline that says Dele hit 50 million in 90 days doing this, everybody wants to know what Dele did, man. I got to see what Dele did. And when they see what Dele did, then they can be able to say, oh, I want to give this a try. Just like Dele. What have you done there? You've used a human being to say something that was possible, that you said somebody has done it. And I told you guys when I was talking to you guys about types of content, that can be grouped up to inspirational content. You know, we talked about the ISBA strategy for content. Yeah, inspirational, statistics, behavioral, and actionable. That's inspiration. Yeah. So, but you've added a person to it and you've added a result to it. You use that result to position, number one, you use the person, and then you use your. Now, when the person swipes left, what the person says is Dele was a banker, yeah, making money for himself. Now, that story is relatable because whoever can pay you 100,000, 500,000 for a course or for an event or for you to post something for them, they are doing well. They are not suffering. They're not hungry. So the person is like, oh, okay, Dele is like me. And then they start to relate. And then your story talks about, oh, I was trying to make money because he needed something. And I needed to get a new car or start a new business. Something very important because you studied your audience to know that these people are not jokers. And by the time you're able to, you know, talk about the story and give the results, say Dele made 50 million. Now, Dele used some of this to start his business. You show a picture of Dele's business, or you show something that's, you know, some credit alert or something, some proof of service. Yeah. Now, I'm going to be working with 10 people. Create some urgency, yeah? I'm going to be working with 10 people. All I need to do is send me a DM. That's all. You will get the DMs. Then you call them one by one and close the sale. But all you see is, how does this guy say it? $700 every Friday. That's bullshit. I don't believe you. That's crap. You're lying to me. $700 doing nothing. You gotta tell me what I have to do. Because I don't like that when I go there, I see the work that I have to do, then I get tired, I get disappointed, and then I'm back to, you know, the way I was feeling. So you need to be able to create stuff that attracts people, that aids their decision. Are we all good to go? Are we getting something? Yeah. So next thing you want to do is your service delivery. Yeah, your purchase and onboarding. It's very important. Your purchase and onboarding. When people buy your product, this is your marketing plan. When people buy your product, what's the experience? Yeah. What's the experience? What is your, well, how does your team attend to them? How do you attend to them? Do you ask your customers their best means of communication? Or you just tell them to let's chat on WhatsApp? Do you ask them, should I call you? Do you prefer to visit our website? Do I send you pictures? Or you just start sending pictures? Madam, choose the one that you want. Just tell me the one that you want. Tag it. I will tell you the price. Do you still, or you call? Do you call them? Do you have conversations with them? Plenty of us cannot close serious deals because we don't make calls. See, I don't want anybody to have my number. You're broke with your number, so call somebody. Call somebody. Yeah? Get on a call. Good afternoon. How are you doing? I saw that you reached out to me because you have any particular issue. I'd like to know what problem you have, you know, about this product, about the issue the issue you stated, and then they start to tell you their problems. So you're like, oh my God, I can relate. I can tell. And then you start to talk to them. They're already trusting you. They'll tell you all their family problems. By the time you put it at 300K, they've told you too much to pay. So they're like, okay, can we start with like 200? This is somebody that if you are texted on WhatsApp and you said 300K, it will leave you on red. This is why he's a criminal. Why? Because number one, you've not identified what was wrong with him. You've not even spoken to him before, and you're giving him a price, or you're pouring products in front of the place. You are sending rate card. You are telling him, I can do this for you. I can do this. Do you even know my problem? So your purchase and your onboarding must be looked into. What are the steps clients follow? What are the things? Some of you just add client to, for example, I do design for my company, for instance. When a client comes on board, I send a message to the client that, oh, we're going to add you to a group, and this is how we're going to, this is our system, this is our process. Yeah. And once we do that, the client says, oh, great. And then they get added. But then we've had this mistake in the past where, we've had a mistake in the past where we just picked the clients, added them to the WhatsApp group, and they left. And they said, why am I adding them to group? That what do I need from them? I'm trying to scam them. And I'm like, oh, you know, before I could explain anything, please, I want a refund. I don't think you people are scammers, and they're already paranoid. So you need to work on your onboarding and your purchase. Yeah. Next, you want to work on is your servicing. When a customer is making, you know, sending you opinions, this is what I think. Are you vetting them? Are you communicating? Are you, if the customer is teaching you your job, are you explaining to the customer well that, oh, okay, I understand what you're saying, but how about, this is from my own point of view, this is what I think will come out best for you based on the job that you have given me. But when a client is trying to teach you your job, because you don't understand servicing, you're already vexing, like, oh, see, hello, sir. So I've told you this thing before. It's blue that we work for this flyer. There's no way you can use red for this flyer. I mean, sir, look at your brand identity. There's no way you can use red for this. Sir, hold on. Sir, I'm saying something. Sir, hold on. And then the client is like, well, see, this is difficult. You know what? Just don't worry about it. It's fine. It's okay. Just do what you can. You know, you lose the client because that client will never come back to you again. Yeah. If you're explaining to a client, let's say you are a content creator or something, or an influencer, and the client is saying, oh, okay, how many followers do you have, or how many views do you get on your stories? And you say, oh, I get 10,000 views on my stories, 10,000 on my stories. Oh, okay, 10,000 views. It's possible, I don't think it's possible. So okay, how about we get on a call? I'll log into my Instagram account and I'll show you the data, right? I can send you reports, of work we've done before, just to help you understand that I really want to help you do this. So I also have an idea. How about we try it this way? It works this way, it works like this, works A, B, C, D. And if you like it, and then we proceed. That client already feels comfortable to work with you. But if you're not the kind of person who communicates because you don't understand how to service your customers, customer service. Customer service. You don't know how to service your customer. Customer calls for complaint. He's raising his voice. Say, you are very stupid. You don't know how to talk. Say, hello, sir, please don't insult me. I beg, don't insult me. That's not how you talk. I'm sorry. I apologize. I really would like it if you come. I would appreciate if you're calm so that we can, we can understand. Or you just keep quiet. When it's parent, when it's done, you apologize and continue. Now, why do you do this? Simply because you want to be able to connect to this customer that, look, I can solve your problem, but if you don't calm down, you are the one who's going to lose. And when you're calm, naturally, when people are like agitated and you're calm, they are most likely, to be calm, right? They're going to be calm and then they want to hear you out. But if two people are giving their setbacks, I mean, it will all end in fight. And then there are some customers that you need to take authority of the conversation when they don't know what they want. They cannot communicate what they want to you, and they're telling you that you don't know how to do your job. So what you would do is you still communicate. The client has done that to me before. Yeah, called me on my break time. I picked that call because a friend said I should pick that call because I don't want to work with her in the first place. And then I was having lunch. Clearly, I told her I was having lunch. And then she said, hello, you shouldn't be eating when I'm talking to you. I said, oh, I'm sorry about that. And then I stopped eating. And then I said, okay, you should have did my everything. No, Wala, let's go. Let's start talking and stuff like so. I told her, okay, this is what we do. This is how we do it. And this is how it's going to go. And then she said, so she asked for the price, and then I gave her the price. The price was like $500,000. So I don't know whether she didn't like the price or something. And then she was like, you people are just thieves. You people just, I mean, why would you charge me $400,000? What is even there? So I said, hello, ma. She said, hello, and what is it? I said, so personally, I would love to continue this conversation, but I would like to remove myself because I do not love the language that is being used on me just because I mentioned my price. You have a price in your mind. I asked for your budget. You refuse to let me know your budget. And I don't think I would want to communicate with you or like to continue this conversation. So I think we should call it quits. And then she's like, calm down. See, sometimes when you have all these prices and it used to do somebody somehow, you remove yourself from the conversation, especially when you know that that client does not fit into, I'll teach you guys about customer profiling. That client does not fit into your customer profile. You can walk out of the conversation. It's not easy. Anybody that told you that you have to stay to listen to all the client has to say, I mean, you don't have to be rude, but you can communicate. Do you all understand? The servicing is very, very important. Next is delighting your customers, and it starts with feedback. And feedback first. So you get feedback from your customers after a job is done. Find out if they really enjoyed your product. Find out what is the thing that they enjoyed about your product. Because if you can spot the thing that they enjoy about your product, you will sell because you know that this is where your strength is and you will use it. We've done SWOT analysis before. So you will use your strength to scale, you use your strength to grow. But if you don't know what the customer likes about your product or what customers love about your product, you're not going anywhere. You're just going to be there. You're going to be stuck. You're not going to know what to do. You're going to be confused. You're just going to be trying stuff, but all this could have saved you. It would have been saved if you got feedback from your customers. And then lastly, you have to find out how to retain your customers. What can I give my customer that they keep coming back even after, you know, I've done the first job for them? Have you ever gone to a supermarket before and you finish buying something and they say, oh my God, thank you, sir, for coming. Then they give you sweets in your hand. You want to go to another supermarket, but I go to this one, it's childish, but I'll get sweets. And then you go to the, you know, you go back to that supermarket, you enter, they're like, welcome, sir, how have you been? Long time. And they smile. On their way out, they give you sweet again. Next time, even if you are sending somebody to that supermarket, you are going to tell the person, go to that one. Yes, they used to give sweet at the entrance, just enter there. That's where I buy my stuff. Why? Because that's a retention strategy, right? You can upsell them as a retention strategy. You can cross-sell. So somebody wants to buy a bag of pure water, right? Ask them to buy bread. That's cross-selling. Yeah, it goes together. Want to buy gala, buy lacasera. Do you understand? Have a strategy for retention and your marketing plan is complete. If you set your marketing plan up like this, in these 10 ways that I've shown you, there's no way you're not going to get results. Again, customers, problems, solutions, feature sets, awareness, aiding decision, purchase and onboarding, servicing, feedback, and retention. Are we all clear? All right. Okay, did we all get something? So I want to show you guys a live plan. I want to share my plan with you people. Okay, let's share some plans. Can we all see my screen? Can we only see my screen? Can we all see my screen?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, good.
Yes,
so
you
this
can see
is for a website service that I wanted to sell. Yeah. So the growth implementation plan, the sales plan, you know, follows the growth pillar structure. It has our web design service. So my customers, my target audience, number one, we build websites or web pages for clients across the following niches, whether they are small or big business. So we've looked at all the types of businesses around, and we are not building blockchain, we're not building Forex, we're not building Web3 and all of those sophisticated. We just want to work with real estate, fashion, beauty, e-commerce, and personal branding. These are my customers. These are the people I want to work with. Yeah? And these people, I understand their market very well, and I can communicate with them. Next is problems. Our clients want to solve problems in terms of marketing and advertising, customer acquisition, lead generation, and email list. Yeah? Sorry. Lead generation and email list. Yeah. So marketing and advertising, they need it for awareness. They need the website for awareness. They need to acquire more customers. They need sales. They need prospects. They need to generate more leads, and they need to upsell and cross-sell their product. They need to build an email list. These are the problems my clients are looking to solve. So when a client asks me, what would the website do for me? This is what I'm going to answer him. But if you don't have this written down and well-structured, when a client says, what's it going to do for me? You're going to say, man, it's going to make your brand good. You know, people are going to be, you know, your brand is going to go far. That's not a problem you are solving for me. You are not bringing out the problem straight the way I want to see it. But if I tell a client that, look, how has your advertising and marketing been? And they're like, it's really hard to reach more people. So how about if you reach more people with more websites? Because your website can be accessed from anywhere around the world. They say, hey, really? So if I run ads, anybody can see my websites. They don't have to be coming to my WhatsApp. Thank God. Thank God. You know, and I'm like, yeah. You can even like generate leads. People will keep coming if they've come before, they visited your website and they didn't buy. Because you're running retargeting ads, they'll keep seeing it. Really? Wow, this is interesting. Okay. Explain this lead generation thing for me. So anytime somebody comes to your product, your website, if they don't want to buy something, they can just chat with you directly. So you mean that I don't have to lose people? That means like 10,000 people can be visiting my website in a day. My brother, this will go far for me. What about this email list? You know, everybody has an email and people check their emails. You bought something from email before, say, yes, I usually see all those adverts, you know. Sometimes if I have money, sometimes I buy, you know, yeah, that's an email list. You know, that person You must have visited their website sometime and, you put your email and you check, okay, so this is what these people are doing. And this client, is sharing their thoughts with you. My brother, this will go well, this will go well for me. So how much is the website? And then I tell them, okay, so our website is, we're designing, we offer the website design management based on this following features. So I'm going to give you different, prices, and then you will pick what works for you. And then, so now, what is my solution and feature set? The one that solves their problem, that is my solution and feature set. I'm going to break it down. So I split my solution into, I'm offering websites, for instance, as the solution to getting customers, upselling, cross-selling, and all of that. The feature is the way I structure it. So now I have a basic plan for website, which is for mostly those who want a basic website and are on a budget, personal brand or just one page, and that's 100,000. And guess what? You get free email, so you don't have to stress and go and buy email and all of that. And I'll do one free flyer for you for your business. And okay, what are the other plans? So, okay, there's the business plan. These are people who need something responsive and they provide their own content and brand resources. You give me what you want, I'll put on the website and all of that. I set up the email, and for 2 months, you don't have to pay anything, and make sure your website is working fine and awesome. She's like, really? So I don't have to be paying extra money for 2 months? Say, yes, ma'am. Okay, what are the benefits again? I want to hear more. So, okay, we have e-commerce. These are for clients who want to put stuff in their shop. Instead of having just the shop physical, you can put. So you mean I can upload all my products? Say, yes, man. Okay, what's the benefit? Say 2 months free. So any amount of products you want to upload for the next 2 months, you don't have to pay. We usually charge, but for these 2 months, you don't have to pay. What's the charge? 300,000. Then we have the agency. If your agency wants to build like an app or a web app, and they want to code it from scratch, they don't want to use any CMS platform, we give you 2 months free website management, 2 flyers, free UI UX design, free logo design, and it's going to cost you 2 million. And then the woman is like, okay, let me go for this 300,000 because I have about 700 products in my shop that I want to sell out. And there's this guy running ads for me. He said I should get a website. 300,000. Let me pay you 280 now. You smile and say, okay, no problem, man, that works. You've been able to communicate. When you're running your ad and you put out these different ads for different plans, you will get the exact client you're looking for. But if you say, I do websites for 300,000, both agency, both e-commerce, both basic, both business, all of them will think you are saying the same thing and they will avoid you because they know that basic is not supposed to cost that much. So why should I pay 300,000? So you need to break it down into features that the customer will be comfortable with and to be able to communicate with you for. Next is your awareness. So what is my awareness strategy? I have my strategy, I have my channel, I have the resources, and I have my key performance indicators, which are the things you are expecting. Now, I use sponsored advertising on Facebook and Instagram. What do I need to create the sponsored advertising? I need my landing page, request a quote page, or an inquiry form page. And how many leads am I expecting when I run this ad? I'm expecting 50 leads. Content marketing, I put out content in form of content marketing, content that sells on IG, Instagram. Resources, I need to do a video, I need to post graphic in form of a post or a carousel. I need to write stuff on my blog. I need to send newsletter. I need to give out a lead magnet to be able to attract people. How much am I looking for? I'm looking for 100 email signups, and I'll close 60 leads from there. And then that's what I call a season package. I put out stuff on Facebook, and just like a bonus. Hey, it's Christmas. Come and get this. I'm just looking for 10 leads. What is my budget for sponsored advertising? 100,000 naira. I put this together and I run it. That's your awareness. And then, of course, I'll put this is for my team, resources, and all of that. Now, to aid decision, I'll use screenshots of what I've done before to aid the decision, to create flyers. Also have a place where they can view the website and links to sites that are built. So there's proof of service. Good images to aid them, and also a nicely done rate card that will help them make clear-cut decisions. Because I don't want anybody to come and talk to me for 6 hours and then they won't buy. So I need somebody that go and see it. I love these people, the way they do their work. You see the price, can I afford it? And let me reach out to them. You fill the form and you call. Do you understand? To help them aid decision. Now, Grammarly is doing his workshop. Okay, so now, after aiding their decision, when they now start paying, purchase and onboarding together with my servicing. Once we generate leads here, this is what happens when they agree to pay. Client is sent an invoice in which they fill and make payments. A meeting is held to understand the brand. A form is sent to the client to fill all the necessary details needed from login to brand resources. A brief is drafted and the deliverable set. Timelines are created and personnel in charge are given access. Project begins, correction is made along the way, and then we finish the job, client is satisfied. You have this, it's clear. Anybody who comes on the team and reads this know that, look, at some point, if the deliverables are not set, you can't be talking about timeline, you can't begin any project without deliverables being set. Do you understand? If a client has not, you're not sent invoice and the client has not made payments, we are not having any meeting to discuss anything about, your brand guidelines and all of that. So we all understand. Great. Feedback. We create newsletters to inform and get feedback from clients, create feedback forms for clients to fill out on the problems they faced or testimonial. Retention, offer clients other services that can merge with service that and also educate them on the need for monthly development, monthly management. Inform them of services like Google My Business, SEO optimization, sponsored ads, and everything. All in a bid to retain them. So you tell a client, if I build websites for you, I can also run ads for you. How about if I build websites for you and I'm done with it, man, let me link your Google My Business. Say, how much would that cost me? Just 20,000. Like that, that client keeps coming back to you. It doesn't want to change his mind because you are constantly looking for ways to help their business grow. And then, just an addition, you have your team, I have my team members and all of that. I put the timeline, we discuss it, and we shoot. Is this clear? Do we all understand this? This is how you plan your marketing and you get the results that you're looking for. You're not going to be making careless mistakes because you know exactly what to do. Where's the chat? You know exactly what to do per time. So next, we're now going to go into the three proper, because I just wanted to explain marketing plan, to all of you. Okay, let me share my screen so that we can all see my screen. So we did marketing mix the last time, so I'm not going to go over it again. You can watch day 2 to understand marketing mix. We did marketing mix, so I'm just going to go into sales myths. Yeah, so there are about a couple of sales myths that we need to clear. That customers are always right. That's not true. Some customers want to make your life miserable. So you need to put guidelines, you need to put in structures that would help that customer understand that, look, I'm not the kind of business that you want to be, manipulating, right? So that's why you must have your policies in place, your return policy, your refund policies, and all of that. You have how you communicate to clients, yeah? I'm going to explain tonality while we are talking about sales and how important it is to sales, but the customers are not always right. There are some clients who don't know. They don't know that they don't know, but they're always trying to do like they know. You have to be able to inform them because they really don't know. Now, when I say customer is not always right, I don't mean you should shout at the customer. I don't mean you should be rude to the customer. Allow the customer to finish talking, but stand on your ground and look, this is my market. I understand the solution, and here are the results to prove that I can get this job done for you. Now, if they say, oh, you're talking rubbish, please let them use the exit. Yeah, so your customers are not always right. I know they've always told us that our customer is right. If a customer insults you, yeah, they're right in that one. Just leave them alone. Don't answer. You don't have to answer them. I'm sorry. We'll cut out every issue, and they'll be the one looking to beg you and for your forgiveness. So your customer is not always right. Next thing is your product needs to be the best. Hell no to the no. Your product does not need to be the best. Your product needs to solve problems. Your product needs to solve problems, but your product does not need to be the best. You can't even be the best, because if you think you are the best today, there's another somebody out there who's working 1 million times better than you who is the best. So your product really cannot be the best. If your product was the best, then we shouldn't have products. We should only have, in skincare, 1 person. In this place, 1 person. In this place, 1 person. What you should focus on is your product to be able to solve your user's problem. That is the cocoa. Don't worry about whether it's the best or not. Does it solve the problem? When my customer use my product, are they happy? When they buy from me, do they enjoy the experience? That's what is important. Do you understand? Then this thing that salespeople are fast talking and aggressive. That one is a lie. if you meet me outside, salesman will be, yeah. If I don't like you, we've not connected as friends, trust me, we'll be looking at each other for the next 15 market days. And I ain't gonna talk shit to you, yeah? Because I don't know you, I don't like you, I'm not interested in selling to you, so I'm just gonna keep quiet. Because boy, I'm an introvert. I'm not interested in talking to you. But when it comes to business, yeah, I might be talking, but as a salesperson, really, it has nothing to do with how you must buy my product. If you don't buy this product, please chill out, man. When I go for there's this network marketing company that if they give me free seats in that company, I would never participate in anything that they do. You know why? They're the most aggressive people I've ever seen in this life. This is how their marketing is like. They came to pitch to you to join their business. Let's say I'm pressing my phone. What's the best way to communicate? Good afternoon, sir. So I would really love you to, communicate, to pay attention to what we are trying to teach here. We really want your attention. That's how salespeople relate. What you hear is, okay, why are you pressing your phone? How much have you made in life? You need to make money. You need to stop pressing that phone. You need to concentrate so that you can make money. Hello, please take time. If you insult me and call me broke, I'm gonna beat your ass, right? I'll break your teeth here. Don't insult me in any way. Why? Because they think that you have to be aggressive. They can be telling you to sign up and you say, oh, I don't have money. Mother, just pay the 5,000 that you have. And by tomorrow, God will make it possible for you to have 20,000. And you can, don't shout at me, please. Don't scream at me. I'm not going to pay. I'm not going to pay. There's no amount of fast talking and aggressiveness you add to this sales pitching that will make me pay for your product. In fact, if you shout at me, that's the end. This is hello. I've gone. I've left. I've heard what you said and I've gone. Do you understand? So salespeople, if you are the kind of person that when you are talking, you are trying to be aggressive, you're trying to talk the matter, you're trying to raise shoulder, on top sales, calm down. Sales is an emotional thing, calm down. End that cycle, no more shouting, fast talking, aggressiveness and all of that. It won't help your business. Do we all understand? Next is a great product to sell itself. How did they say that in Loriro? You're wasting your time. A great product is not going to sell itself. You know why? Because a great product does not have life. It is the owner of a great product that will sell it. So it needs to be in the face of people all the time. You might have the most valuable product on earth, but if your awareness strategy is shit, you are a nobody. Like you are a nobody. Yeah, tell them that I said it. You are a nobody. Your great product is not going to sell itself. You need to put it out in the face of people. Show people. There's some adverts that I've seen that the advert has been in my face. I say, yeah, let me just hear what this nigga is saying. Let me see what this brother is saying. And then I actually look at it and okay, he's actually making sense. 50,000, okay. Let's give it a try. Let's see if it will work. And I give it a try. And it works for me, right? But if that guy started this, that's an awesome product. But if he sat in his house and said, look, I'm just going to push this out once online. My product is good. It's going to sell. People are going to rush it. You reduce your price because your product is great and you reduce your price. People are going to rush it. Waste of time. Your awareness strategy must be strong. Do you understand? Next is sales can be fully automated. Big lie. Big lie. I know people who are doing revenue 5 billion every year who still come. I hate sales calls from a salesperson, yeah? I hate sales calls because it used to bring out that part of me that cares about people, yeah? Hello, how are you doing? So what's the issue? Explain to me. I don't like it, right? I tried automating and I lost a lot. Let me give you one story. 2021, I was trying to sell a particular service of mine and, I just put it out there, set up some automation with many chats and automation tool. If you send me a particular type of message on IG, you get a particular type of human, response. You select, and if you don't want, you get out. Yeah, that's how it's automated to bring sales of me. I got about 1, 2, 3 people who paid. Yeah. And then I said, look, sales is not fully automated, bro. You can automate it to a level, but this is human connection. You got to make human connection. So I said, okay, let me use this automation to do the human connection. So what did I do? Instead of having them to click things and answer questions, all of that, just drop your number for me. So if you say hi to me, you just get an automation that says, please drop your number for a call. And then when I get on a call with you, I start to have conversations with you. I start to talk to you. You would have told me your family issues, And by the time you discover that you're told me your family issues, there's no going back. So, and then I'm like, oh, this is how much it costs. This is what we can do for you. I understand your problem. And then I tell you, say that your problem, this person has solved this, connect you to the dots, show you proof of service, you will pay. But if I use that automation, you probably just, what is Instagram people? I beg you, get out of my DM. So you need to be able to, work outside automation when it comes to sales. And then the one that I used to tell myself that I do not need to make a call, that is a lie. That is a very big lie. You need to make a call as a sales. Whereas if you have a product in this life, product, service, anything that you are doing, make a call. Call that client, put your number on your social media. People need, I'm trying to run an influencing stuff in the next quarter of the year. And I called an influencer and I checked his page. This guy has like, let me see how many followers he has. I'm coming. Just hold on. Let me just cross check how many followers that he has on IG. He has 102,000 followers. Yeah. And I wanted to reach out to him and, for some ads and stuff like that. And then I checked, they have number. And I called the number, manager pick. I said, hello. Say, yeah, this is the manager to so and so. I said, oh, great. And then we spoke, and then they're like, the bill is like $1,000, 800 and something K. I'm like, oh, great. I'll reach out to you. We're just trying to put it into our plan for the next quarter. And she's like, oh, great. Is this your WhatsApp? I say, yes. Okay, so I will reach out to you. Why? I have their number. Now, they will call me eventually because on their list of prospects for the month, I fell from Instagram. So when they are checking their Instagram, oh, Mr. Obi called. Let's call him back. Hello, sir. How far with your plan? How far? They won't miss any money. So you need to make calls. Those of you that don't return calls, those of you that say, oh, I don't want anybody to call me, nobody to have my number. Anytime you catch yourself saying nobody should catch my number, check your net worth. Is your net worth more than your number? If your net worth is not more than your number, please give your number out. Do you understand? Dangote can tell me that he does not want anybody to have his number. His net worth is more than his number. Yeah? That's 11 figures. Yes, his net worth is more than his number. So you can confidently tell me that, oh, bro, I don't want anybody to have my number. But if your phone number is not more than it's more than your net worth, my brother, give your number out. Let people call you. Let people text you. Let people share your contacts to opportunities. Very important. Yeah? And make calls. Call people. Go to their Instagram page. Good afternoon, sir. I just went through your Instagram page now. I spotted some mistakes. So I would like to share some results for you. Send him something. Call that number. In a day, the minimum amount of people you should be calling in a day is 50. Minimum. If you call 50 people in a day, let me teach you guys something about customer acquisition. We'll still talk about it, but customer acquisition cost. If you call 50 people in a day, you call 1,005 in a month. And if 1%, 10% is 150. If 1% converts for a 50,000 naira product, you've sold to 15 people. That's 750,000 in 1 month. But if you call 50 people and 1%, because whatever call you're making, we always use the number you called versus 1%. The power of 1%. If 1% of your leads and all of that should buy from you, would you have a business? So how many people have you called? How many people are you reaching out to? How many people have you reached out to? If you're not so good with sales, please make calls. Do you understand? And lastly, you say you have to become a salesperson to sell. No, you don't have to carry tag on your chest that I do sales. I'm into sales before you. Understand that this life is constant selling. You don't need to be a salesperson. It is constant selling. If I meet you today and say, oh my God, you're beautiful. You say, no, I'm not. You just sold to me you're ugly. And I'm going to believe it because it's an exchange that just happened. If you say, oh no, I'm not really that fine, I'm going to believe it. You're not really fine. The school is selling you what? Education. For what? Your cash. The church is selling you what? Jesus Christ. For your soul. Do you understand? The government is selling you what? Good roads, good life. For what? Your tax. They need you. So it's constant exchange. It's constant exchange. You pay salesman Obi for what? For knowledge. He has knowledge, so you pay him money. So you are constantly selling. You are an influencer. I'm paying you for what? For your audience. I'm not paying you because you are fine. I'm not paying because you can wear glasses and sit in front of the camera and you know how to speak good English. I don't give a damn. I need your audience. It's them that I need money from. You have them, they like you. I need them to like me through you. Simple. It's as simple as ABC. So you are constantly selling. You are constantly, see, Jesus is the #1 salesman in this life. Do you know that Jesus wanted to preach to some people and he realized that they were hungry? You know what? He fed them. 5,000 people. You know what we say? Those people will say, you know how many people, if one person gets 2 people when they are coming next time because they think food is going to come next time, it's about, Jesus is telling to about 15,000 people in his next meeting. That's sales. And he did not need to announce it that I am Jesus the salesman. No, there's nowhere in the Bible that Jesus said, I am Jesus the salesman. No. Your power to communicate as a sales, you understand that I'm in the business of selling. I'm in the emotional business of communicating with people in exchange for their value, in exchange for their money, in exchange for their cash, in exchange for their soul. If you are an evangelist, everybody into evangelism is selling. You are an evangelist. In exchange for their soul, I need to communicate. That's what you need to know. You don't need to carry best in sales or sales this way. Me, I carry it with my full chest because I want to be known like that. But I really, I'm a design on my LinkedIn. I think it's recently that I added sales to my LinkedIn. On my LinkedIn was designer before. There's nothing about sales. But if you do mistake and I call you, your money will enter my hand. So you don't need to be called a salesperson. Some of us don't like the tag of sales of this. You don't need to be called a salesperson before you can sell. I hope we have cleared our minds of all these belief systems that we have that is tampering. You know, you want to go out there and talk about your product and come back and say, I'm not into sales, so I don't really think this thing is for me. And then you miss out. And then you lose out. Month 1 will pass, nothing. 2 will pass, nothing. Month 3 will pass. I don't really know. I'm not a salesperson, so I really can't talk to people the way you talk to your friends. How do you talk to your friends? How do you communicate what you want? Do we all understand? Thank you very much. Okay, are we all understand? Are we getting it? Are we getting it, guys? Are we good to go? I want to see your comments. Are we good to go? Can we move on? Okay. Okay. Praise is not in this class. She has gone. Okay. Now, we're going to talk about generating clients. And I'm just going to touch on marketing mix. Small. Product, place, price, and promotion. List out all the possible features of your product. Know it by heart. List out all the possible features of your product, know it by heart. Unless you are selling to a confused client, they know everything about what they want to buy. Do not let a client catch you unawares. Always have your proof of service. Somebody reached out to me, so I'm looking for a graphics design job. I need this, I need that. So I said, send me your proof of service, send me your portfolio. You should have at least close to 17 designs in different niches for me to be able to, you know, give you to some clients. And he says, I don't understand. You don't know what niching is. So please explain. That's the problem. That's a red flag. Okay. Let's assume that you understand what niching is. Where's your portfolio? You say, sir, I'm good at design. I'm good at design. I said, okay, do something and, you know, send for me. Say, I cannot do design before. What if you can use it and you are gone? That means you don't have anything to show me that you can work. So I'm not going to buy from you. So if you're going to generate clients, understand your products, have your portfolio, have your proof of service. Very important. Have your proof of service. Very important. Where are you going to sell this product? Where? Location, offline, online. If you're online, what platform? Don't go and be saying, share for me, post for me. If you're going to use volunteers, no, you're going to use volunteers. But if you're not going to use volunteers, please choose a platform and push it like crazy. Somebody like me, you cannot catch me doing some things on Twitter because I do not like that space. Yeah, I like my Instagram generally. I understand how Instagram works. I like WhatsApp. I understand it works. A little bit of Facebook. I understand my platforms and I'm going to use it well. Physically, if I'm selling a product, I know what stores to use for my product. I know where to put my product to get the result that I am looking for. So if you do not understand these things, please don't do anything. Don't even do any marketing. Your price. Have you checked the price of your competitor's price? Your competitor is the leader in the market and is selling that product for 100 naira. And you feel like I am the disruptor. I'm going to sell it for 150. You will take in the market. You understand? For those of you who don't understand the meaning of take, you will be long in that market. Before you see one customer, maybe a customer that does not know the actual price will buy from you. So compare your price. We already talked about different pricing strategies. Compare your price to your customer, your competitors, and think of where you want to stand. How do you want to position yourself? And if you are positioning yourself, are you positioning yourself based on your value or your price or the features of your product? But please, when you are working on your price, understand that, look, the clients that you want has a particular price they are willing to pay, right? So don't be putting a product at 100,000 and then be targeting poor customers. Let me not call them poor customers. Customers that cannot afford your product. And you now say, people don't want to buy my product. Hell no. You put a very expensive product and your target audience ain't got money. Do you understand? Then promotion. How do you want to promote it? What should it look like? What's your promotion format? Is it going to be in form of, what's the name? Videos, text? Where are you going to promote this particular thing that you want to put out? Yeah? Where are you going to run your ads? What strategy are you going to use for your promotion? Very important. Are you going to use billboards? Are you going to use TV and all of that? Are you going to use sponsored ads to push out your product? You need to know these things. If you sort this thing out and use your marketing plan that I discussed with you, you are good to go. Next is content marketing. Please tell stories. Tell stories. Don't just be posting product picture first all the time. Tell stories, tell stories, tell stories. Very important. Communicate. People like to hear gist. People like to hear gist. Linda Keji might be one of the most annoying blogs on earth, but people still visit there because what? They like talk. They like gist. They want to hear gist. People go to Twitter to go and see violence because what? They like gist. So tell stories. An amazing headline, a storyline, and a call to action, you will get clients. Then we have the buyer persona and customer profile. The buyer persona is what your clients should look like before you run your ads. Your customer profile is how you qualify your customers. So for example, if you want to hire me to build a website for you, these are the things you must have. First, you must be a business. I'm not going to design something for you. You must be a business situated in Nigeria that makes between this amount and this amount. And I can tell from your pricing strategy. So if you're a client who is pricing website for 30K, I'm going to end the conversation. I'm not going to continue. I'm going to leave the conversation. And I'm not kidding. A prospect called me yesterday and sent me a message yesterday, and then he said, let's conclude on the price, and he said, and I said, oh, look, we're on a 30K discount. You want a basic website, we're on a 30K discount. I'll give you for 70,000. And he said, 70,000? That's outrageous. And I said, thank you very much, sir. Do have a lovely day ahead. And he said, you want to give up on me? I said, I'm not giving up on you. You just do not meet what I'm looking for. Sir, there are other jobs that I will do exactly, and I'm doing them already. Do you understand, sir? I'm already on jobs, and I wouldn't want to waste so much time going over the price. You already said you can't afford you can't afford the price. I can't push you to bring out money from nowhere. And man say, calm down. Okay, end of the month, I promise. I'll reach out to you end of the month. Please don't be angry. But if I don't have a customer profile, I'll not start saying, sir, it's not outrageous now. It's not outrageous, Joe. Sir, you know what? Okay, I'll give you for 50. And then you start that careless pricing that people do, and then you lose the value. Before you know, you're already at 40,000. You just collect it because you can. But if you understand, where your profile, you build your profile, client must be this, client must be this, you must be able to do this, you must have this to this level, you must do this. You put out those questions you ask. Let me give you a way to work on your customer profile. Ask them for their budget. Yeah? If the budget is bigger than them, work out a payment plan if you can. If they're not going to fit into this, leave them alone. Another thing to qualify them is ask them for the time. When do they need this thing? How important is it to them? If they're not able to tell you how important it is to them, leave them alone. Leave them alone. Stop trying to push products on clients. Just leave them alone. They are not your clients. Move to another person. Move to another client. Do you understand? You'll find the person that can wait for him for 10 years to come back. Do you understand? But for me, I'm not interested. I have target to meet. So you qualify your clients for the product that they want to buy from you by asking them questions. Do we all understand? And then we have what we call funnel, right? Your sales funnel. Your sales funnel is the process your clients will go through, when they see your advert or your product to when they buy. So we have attraction, interest, attention, interest, desire, and action. Yeah. So what can you put out that grab the attention of your clients? Is it a lead magnet? Is it an ebook? A free call, free service, free something, free flyer that you can put out that will grab their attention. How do you keep their interest? Are you keeping it via video or content or a call? How are you building desire? Are you giving them offers that they can go and think of and to burn in their heart to come back to you? Are you putting out enticing offers? Are you using discounts to be able to build desire in your clients? And what is your call to action? Some of you will put out product and no call to action. You not tell me to come and buy. I just view it and say nice design and I pass. But because I didn't see a call to action, I bought from you. Then I see another post that says call to action. We do social media design. Send us a DM. Now I will send them a DM. There's a CTA. They asked me to take action, so I'm going to take action. But on your own, you said comment below, and I've commented below, nice design, and I've passed. Do you understand? So you need to be able to, sorry, hold on. You need to be able to create a product or your sales funnel, work on your sales funnel. How do I create attention? How do I create interest? How do I create desire? And finally, how do I call the attention? What do I say to call the attention? Yeah, I'll make them take action. Sorry, not attention. Make them take action. Now, next thing you want to see in your generating of clients is your channels of advertising. Please know your channels of advertising. Some people, you are not supposed to be on Facebook or IG or Twitter. You're supposed to be doing your job on WhatsApp because people like to connect with you. Please concentrate and build that network. I made the mistake of ignoring WhatsApp for a while, and I realized that that's where the most money comes from. Because what? People like to talk to me, people like to have conversations with me. So I went back to it, and the result since I went back to it since like last year has been crazy. So you need to go back to the channel that makes you your most money. Identify the channel that makes you your most money. You should know where your money is coming from. Where did I get this client from? Instagram. I've gotten 10 from Instagram, 2 from WhatsApp, 3 from Twitter, 15 from Facebook. Facebook is your channel. You need to push more on Facebook. Yeah. But if you got 1 from IG, 2 from Facebook, 10 from WhatsApp, 15 from Twitter, Twitter is your. But if you're not calculating all these things, then we have what we call the CAC. Who can tell me what CAC means? Anybody? Who knows what CAC means? I don't think my guys type in the comment section. You know what CAC is? Nobody. Oh, you guys. I knew somebody would say it. I just wanted to say it. It's customer acquisition costs. That's what we call CAC. Yeah, sales. How much it takes for you to acquire a client. Most of us don't calculate our customer acquisition cost. So we throw money at ads. You put 10,000. How much you get back? How many clients do you get? For example, I can remember one time I was working with a brand that just launched a book. Now, the man puts in $100 and he makes 10 sales. So he knows a book he's making, he has to spend $10 for a particular client. So he puts in $200 and he's getting 25 sales. So it's like, oh, $200 can get me 25. That means if I put 400, I should get about 50 sales. And then puts in 400, he gets his 50 sales. You need to know how much you're spending to get a particular client. Do we all understand? Always calculate your customer. It's a Christ Apostolic Church. Always calculate your customer acquisition costs. Yeah? When you calculate your customer acquisition cost, it's easier. Way more easier for you to do business and spend money. Your budgeting will be easy. The budgeting will be easy. Do we all understand? And then work on your payment structure. Please, this is 21st century. Stop asking for cash up and down. There's POS. There are payment links. There are payment. At least Nigeria has at least close to like 60 payment platforms that you can use and start using at any time. Please Work on your payment planning. Not every time somebody wants to send you money, you say don't have company accounts. Go to Prosper and open one. Yeah? Go to Prosper and open one, go to Collect Africa and open a business account. If you know you don't have time to go to the bank and go and stand in the queue, use an online platform and start getting this money. Do you understand? Are we clear? Next is your sales process. One of these you need to look at when you're trying to sell to people is your greetings. How do you greet people? I'm not talking of good morning, my good morning. How do you build rapport? How do you greet people? If I meet you today and they say I want to sell shoes to you as a guy, I can start by saying, "Oh, I love your shoe. Good morning." You look at your shoe, then you look at me, and you say, "Thank you. Good morning." I've built that rapport. Then they're like, "I love your shoe. You wear Brooks, you wear monk straps, man. Man, you have taste too." Bro, you get taste for shoe. I was like, I'm smiling. And then I ask you for your number. Maybe, I sell shoes too. You're like, "Oh, really?" And then you give me your number, I give you my card. You're a prospect. 3 weeks later, you are going to buy 5 shoes from me. But some of us, we don't know how to greet, we don't know how to start conversations. This is where people struggle with starting conversation with stranger. Find something in the stranger that looks good on the stranger and comment on it. That's how you greet. But if anybody meets you outside and they start by saying, "Good afternoon, sir, I love your dress." Even if you are angry from the back, you smile. And when you smile, that's all. They've won your heart. Anything they want to say again, you are willing to listen to them. So it's very, very important. Very most important that you take greetings very seriously. You build rapport. We've talked about separating wants from needs. Of course, I'm not going to talk about it again. We'll talk about your messaging and your proposal. Let me talk about proposal. We talked about messaging. If you don't know about message, please go back and watch day 2. I help X do Y so that Z. Your X is the problem that you're solving. You have the clients you're solving the problem for. Your Y is the solution that you're providing. And the Z is the results the clients get after you solve that problem. Do you understand? Proposals. In writing proposals, there are a few things you should consider. Number 1, your opening message, how you relate to that customer, how you talk to that customer. Their problem, talk about their problem, very important, that you identified. Number 3, show them a proof of service that this can be done. Use data to show them that this can be done. Yeah? Use data and then put your offer down there. Tell them what you want to do for them and send that proposal. You would be able to get the results you're looking for. But if you start your conversation, you're not doing nothing. Good afternoon, sir. I saw your Instagram page and I'm sending you a message. I will block you. I will block you. If I want to send a message to a company today, and I've gone through their website, look at it. Their website is trash. So I screenshot a lot of pages, make the corrections, and say, "Good afternoon, sir. Hi, I'm Obi. I'm a website developer. And while going through your website, I identified 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There might have been a major issue as to why 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 results will not come. So how about I give you a fix? Here is a mock-up of what I've done that I think you would love to discuss with me. If you're open for a conversation, please do reply to the mail or do reply saying hello or drop your number so that I can call you." If they see the problem, there's nobody that you will show them that there's a problem. It's like somebody tell the person that there's no oil in your brake, and the person keep going. No, they're going to stop to know how to fix it. Do you understand? So identify their problems, show them a proof of service, and then go ahead to solve, that problem for them. Now we have 4 types of buyer here. 4 types of buyer. We have price buyers, we have features buyers, and we have relationship buyers. And then we have what we call the poker face buyers. This is a combination of the features and the relationship buyers. Yeah. So now the price buyers are concerned about price. These people, you identify them by asking for their budget. If the person tells you their budget and moves on to ask you what your product does, he's a features buyer. He's not a price buyer. If he tells you his budget and it works and he's just money is not his concern, he wants to know if this will work for him, that's the features buyer. But the price buyers are most concerned about price. These people, you qualify them by giving them your price or a payment plan. If they cannot fit into it, they are not your client. Move on. Price buyers, features buyers, and then the relationship buyers are the ones you want to calm down, listen to their problem in total, find out what is really paining them, Find out the experiences they've had. Build a relationship behind those experiences, then you sell to them. A client reaches out to me and said, good afternoon, Mr. B. I'm having issues with my business. I'm like, oh, talk to me about it. See, I don't have time. Honestly, I really want to do this business, but I don't have time. My kids are taking up so much space from me. I'm not able to do anything. I come back, I'm tired. I have to prepare food for my husband. And this has nothing to do with the product, really. This has nothing to do with the product, but she's telling me her issues. I've tried a lot of people. I just can't seem to get this thing right. I'm like, okay, so I understand that you need time for your family, and at the same time, you want to run your business. Say, okay, so how about we automate these things? So here's what I have: option A, option B, option C. What do you think would work best for you? It's like, I think option B would work, because I mean, if I can be doing these things early in the morning when the kids are out for school, I will be able to concentrate on other things, because I know I've sorted out my business. The automation thing you spoke about will work for me really well, so that by 5 I'm done with anything business and I can go on, with my house and family. So how much would this cost me? I would cost you about 500,000. Well, that's a lot of money. So yeah, family comes at a price, right? Then she's like, that's true. I need the time. Okay, this is what we'll do. I'll pay in 400,000 now, and we'll continue. When you're done with the job, I'll balance you 100,000. Works by you? Yes, works by me. Fine. Send your account number you've paid. But if you're not the kind of person who has the calmness to listen to their problems, when they say, Obi, I don't have time, what you start saying is, man, I can help you sell more products in 30 days. If I'm able to work with you, you will say, selling is not the problem. She needs time. Sales is not a problem. She needs time. That's what her family is the important. So you need to work behind that. That's how your relationship and those people, relationship bias is long term. Because when she pays you, she can say, OBC, I don't want to stress for the next 6 months. So how about I subscribe? I'll send you 2 million. I'll balance you by the end of the year. And by the end of these 6 months, let's see how it goes. And they send you the money. Long term, because they are focused on relationship. Now, the poker face buyers are the ones, they want to build a relationship, but they want to know that you can solve their problem with the features. They will ask questions. So you need to be able to answer those questions. When you identify all these kind of buyers, sales will be easy for you, because by the time you're asking questions and they are responding, you know where they fit into. You won't struggle. All right. Nice. Now, we're going to talk about sales matters and relationship building, rapport, and all of that. On sales matters, we have organization. Organize yourself, organize your business. By 9 a.m., you should be up as a business, up and running. In a day, you should have how many clients you're talking to. Yeah? How many clients you're responding to, and the jobs that you're on. If after every day, you cannot point out 50 people that you've spoken to, for me, I feel you're wasting your time. Or you don't even have a sale that you've done, or 2 or 3 sales, or closed deals, you're wasting your time. You're not doing business. You are living the day. You're living day by day. You are not doing business. You're not transacting. So it's important that you organize your sales process, organize your business. What time do I make my sales calls? What time do I reach out to clients? How many clients am I reaching out today? How many people am I calling? How many people am I following up? Very, very important. These things are very, very important. Do you understand? When you organize yourself, you fill your pipeline, keep calling, keep making calls, keep running ads, keep creating content, fill your pipeline. Next is have product knowledge. Understand your product very well. Understand your competition. Understand your competition. Don't say, oh, I'm the biggest in the market, and then you ignore your competition. You will die out in that market. You need to stay updated with your competition moves, but you don't have to be copying them all the time. Find out how you can improve on every of their moves and know your competitors. And then finally, on sales matters, be disciplined and be consistent. Show up every day for your business. This is your business, your life. Yeah? Show up every single day for your... Somebody said nobody get time for competition. No problem. Customer self will not get time for your pockets. You understand? My response to nobody get time for competition is, person we no work, tell me how you want job. If you don't work, you will not eat. Do you understand? So you need to fill your pipeline, be disciplined and consistent with your posting, with your reaching out, with your sales, with your prospecting every single day, with your follow-up, be disciplined, be consistent. Do you understand? Next, on building relationship, please build rapport. Build rapport. When the customer fits into your buyer persona, talk to them, don't wait. Talk to them. Be open. I love influencers or people that you can text and they respond. So those ones that you text 15 market days, they don't respond. See the way they behave to you before they responded is the way they behave to you when you are doing business. Because by the time you pay them money, another 15 market days before they do your job. So you need to build rapport. No, when you are building rapport, you build rapport via communication. How fast do you communicate? How well do you communicate? You build rapport by commenting on your prospects, making your prospect, putting a smile on your prospect's face. You build rapport by pointing out problems and offering solutions to your prospect. That's how you build rapport with businesses, with companies. Understand that you are in the business of people. You're not in the business of making money. You're in the business of people. It is people that will pay you. So if you treat more people nicely, you solve more problems for people, you offer more solutions to people, they will be able to release money into your pocket. If you care for customers, they will care for your pockets. Now let's talk about care. C stands for communication, A stands for attention, R stands for relatability, and E stands for empathy. Communicate with your clients. Communicate with your clients. Tell them this is why I'm doing this. Don't change something and then say that, oh, I thought you will like it. I want to change this. What do you think? We're introducing this. What do you think? We're pushing out this. What do you think? We just launched this. What do you think? Communicate. When a client is complaining, communicate. When a client is saying, oh, this is what I want, and you see that this is not the best thing for them, communicate. Talk to them. Explain to them. Point out those issues in a bullet point and give it to them. Help them understand that, look, I'm doing this thing for you because I want you to progress. Always think about your customers first. Pay attention to the things that they say they want, not the things you think they want, the things they actually want. Like the example I gave earlier about time. Time with the family is what this woman wants, not all the sales strategy and all of. She wants time. So she wants something that can work within, that will give her time to, spend, time with, that will give her an opportunity to spend time with her family. So if automation in sales will work, fine. If advertising will work, fine. If hiring new sales marketers, more marketers will work, fine. Hiring new salesperson, fine. But the goal is the time. But if you're not paying attention, you think she needs to sell more products. Meanwhile, it's the time there's an issue. And then you lose that particular client. Relatability, when a client is sharing something with you, talk with them, communicate. Oh, I understand. Oh, great. Wow. Really? Ah, wow. Don't say, oh, madam, it's not like that. This thing you are saying is not true. The client knows what they are saying. Some of them might be lying, but don't make them look like fools. Do you understand? Show relatability. And finally, empathy. If a client is crying, don't act like you don't give a damn. Some of you, a client will say, I've tried 1 million people. This thing doesn't work. You now say, ah, madam, forget, you've not tried me. If you try me, this thing can never happen. That's not empathy. You are just proud. When a client is saying, look, I have this issue and I've tried, say, I understand. I'm sure this person tried 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Say, yes, so, and it didn't work. So, have you been able to try this? And she says, no, tell me about it. And then you go ahead to tell about that particular thing. They communicate with you. Money has been sent, money has been transferred. Why? Because you showed empathy. So you sell when you care. When you communicate, you pay attention, you're relatable, and you show empathy. If not, your selling is just noise. You're just making noise and you're proving that you're a salesperson. When a client is angry with you, you agree with them, then you suggest. You agree, then suggest. Agree, then suggest. When you are trying to establish trust, this is why I say customer is always right. And how do you know that a customer is always right? You agree with them. If a client is already off the roof, agree, then suggest. Do you understand? Agree with them, then suggest. Agree, then present. So if a client says, I don't think you can work with me, I understand how you feel, and I'm sorry about how I made you feel. How about I show you how this works? Don't say, okay, madam, I've heard you. It's okay, it's fine. No, when you have time, please reach out. That's rude. Agree, then suggest. If a client tells you, look, I only have 2 minutes, agree, good man, I want to work with 2 minutes. I'm not going to take 2 minutes of your time. Don't say, what I want to explain is long. 2 minutes, then go ahead. If your pitch is good enough in 2 minutes, you guys spend 30 minutes and they won't leave the call. There are times when I've called the clients, say, I have 2 minutes. 2 minutes turn to, I now wanted to leave the call. They're not allowing me again. They want to tell me plenty things and, they need to hear my opinion on so many things. Why? Because I said I was going to talk 2 minutes. And by the time I started talking, they were already interested and, they want to go with me. Do we all understand? Good. Seeing is believing. Proof of service. Proof of service. Come with your proof of. You are selling clothes. Please come with what you have done. Yeah, you are designing. Show me what you have done. Don't say I'm a designer. Show me what you have done. You are a video editor. Let me see it. Let me see the works that you have done. You sell kuli kuli. Let me taste it. You sell zobo. You sell drink. You sell wine. Let me know that you are life of the party. Yeah? Proof of service. Credibility. Don't be a scammer. Make sure your business is centered around making that customer feel comfortable about paying you. Yeah? That you're credible, that you're trustworthy. So if calling the client on a video call will make the client feel comfortable enough to pay, call them. If going to their office will work, go to their office. There are clients that have traveled to another town for, because the money is not, if a client wants to pay you 1.something million, you don't do that via WhatsApp. Do you understand? You go to their offices, you shake hands, you sign documents, and they transfer the money. They give you a check. Yeah? Do you all understand? And finally, you give. What do I mean by giving? Always think first for your clients. Think about, how do I solve this problem for clients? Give them options, give them opinions, share ideas with them. Any client you share ideas with, unless that client doesn't want to grow, is not ready to lose you, because you are always thinking of ways to help this client grow. Do we all understand? Okay. We still have a long way to go. Okay, I'm coming. Okay. Now I want to explain persuasion strategy. Those of you that say I can't sell, it's persuasion strategy. And persuasion is all about your tone. Your tone. I've used tone for you guys this night a lot. Some of you, when you chat me up, the way I talk to you, you know, this man must be a really nice man. I might be a dragon in real life. This guy must be a really nice guy. It's all about the tone. Do you understand? When it comes to selling, it's not about gra-gra, it's about your tone. That's what we call presupposing in sales. Yeah? When a client says, look, I don't know what I should, I don't think I'm ready for this. You know what you tell the client? I know you want this. I mean, think about it. Your voice comes down. I know you want this. Think about it. You've gone through, you state out the issues, they've gone through the problem, because they've told you. I mean, would you want to repeat that? I know you want this. And it might seem like a very difficult decision to make. You're relatable, you're showing empathy. It might feel like a very, very difficult situation to make, but I'm telling you, I'm trusting you, just like Mr. A, Mr. B, Mr. C had this issue with us and we got it solved for them. I'm telling you, you can get this solved for yourself. I mean, by this time next month, you want to be able to say, oh God, thank God I paid this guy, right? So I know you want this and I don't want you to miss this opportunity. The client's like, oh, okay, I'm ready. Let's do this. And they pay. Because what? You've made them feel, you've presupposed that, okay, yeah, I want this. You've affirmed it for them. Yeah, they don't know how to do the affirmation. You've affirmed it for them. And then there's what we call absolute certainty. Now, absolute certainty works when you have a lot of proof of service that has worked. So let's say you have built real estate website and the client is saying, how am I sure you can do this job? I'm like, trust me, sir, I can do the job. I was like, and then I sent you like 15 websites that I've done. I asked you to trust me, sir. And guess what? Because you're going to trust me, I'm going to do something for you. And this is what you get from it. Absolute certainty. You are not mincing words. You are not blabbing. You are not shaking. You are absolute certainty. And you're able to pass your message. Do you understand? Then we have the money aside strategy. It is money aside strategy that used to find out the real problem. Yeah? And sometimes not money. Sometimes it's time. Sometimes, I mean, I was selling a high ticket course that cost about $1,000 to some people. And then I called. And then, you know, after we finished talking, they're like, it's too expensive, Joe. $1,000, it's too expensive. And then I'm like, money aside, what will stop you from taking this course? Then I start to hear things like, okay, see, the truth is that I'm actually running my MBA and I will not really have time. I don't really have time. I have work. Do you understand? Some people say, it's not as if I don't take it over, but man, I'm at a point where I just finished, you know, paying school fees for my kids. You know, they'll tell you the real problem. Then you know how to tackle those problems. Either you tackle it by giving them a payment plan, by calling them later, or by setting them up, or by working and then for them to pay later, buy now, pay later options and all of that. But you need to know, money aside, what is the real issue? Do you understand? Now, when the client is saying, don't worry, tell them, I really want to know. Tell me. When you say, I really want to know, you're showing concern. The only reason why that client is saying, don't worry, is because they feel you won't understand. So you tell them, I really want to know. And when they tell you, please don't make them look stupid. make them understand that you understand. Make them know that you understand. Tell them, I really want to know what the real issue is. And then they start to tell you, and when they are done, say, okay, look, I understand your problem. So this is how we are going to solve this problem. They are confident enough to pay you. Do you understand? Next is utter sincerity. Believe me. Believe me, ma. I won't lie to you. Yeah? Believe me when I say I can do this thing for you, and back your believe me with a proof of service. When you tell somebody to believe you, there should be a proof of service. But these are tones you can use to sell. Yeah? You don't need to be shouting. You don't need to say, if you don't buy from me, I will not eat. All those now I'm posts that people used to post. Do you understand? Once you have this, once your position strategy is top notch, sales become easy for you. So if you go to sell that wine, sell that dress, sell that clothes, sell that design, this is how you communicate. Handling objections. Agree, they suggest. If they don't have time, agree, they present. Follow up, or you just give up. Yeah. And how do you follow up on a client? If they pass through your profile, but they don't have the money to pay, you follow up on them. If they don't pass your customer profiling, give up. Do you understand? Options. You can give your customer options when they are objecting to buy a product. Your product is too expensive, give them options. You can cross-sell or upsell. So tell them, okay, look, you know what will happen? If you buy this, I'll give you this. If you buy this, I'll give you this. For some, just go higher. Upselling is going higher. So tell them, okay, you want to buy, I want to buy this shoe. How much is it? 15,000. 15,000 is expensive. Okay, man, look at this one. It just came out, it's 25K. I'm telling you that 15,000 and 25K. Okay, sorry, man, but I thought you were talking about quality. Based on the quality, this one just came out to 75,000. They buy the 15,000 around. Why? You've upsold to them. Yeah, they're using that strategy to climb up the ladder. So if they're having objections, you can use any of the strategies. Give them options. You can agree, then suggest, and so that you can be able to put down the value. Then you ask the unasked questions. When a customer says, let's say I want to buy a shoe from you, yeah? And the customer says, it's expensive. You need to start asking questions that are unasked. First of all, the customer needs to know, is it a wise decision paying this kind of money for shoe? What will I tell my friends that I bought the shoe for how much? How long will this shoe last for me? Will I outgrow this shoe in a few months? If you answer all these questions, right, when the person says expensive, say, when you go for that meeting tomorrow, you know you are a top class woman. From the way you dress, you're a top class woman. I mean, you have to meet up to the standard now. You have to you are beautiful. With this shoe, you will go places. You have answered one question. They didn't ask you, but you've answered the question. And this shoe won't outgrow you. It's quality. It doesn't break. You know, your heels usually used to, some of these fake heels used to break. This one won't break. Even if you are matching inside gravel, it will not break, it will not bend. So the shoe will last. And it lasts a minimum of 10 years before you cannot choose to change it. The leather doesn't cut unless you use the razor to cut it. And like, oh, really? Oh, that's cool. By the time you've laid down you've answered all their unasked questions, they are willing to go forward with that product. But if you don't answer it, I mean, why should they buy from you? Yeah. So answer unasked questions. Pricing, you need to use emotional, you need to sell emotionally. When you are doing pricing, you need to remove the customer's eye from the price and put it on the value when you are trying to decide your price, and make them feel like when they pay, they are paying for the value. How many of us have gone to restaurants before and they told us that bottled water was 250, and we told them no, that pure water is 20 naira and it's 20 naira going to pay that. If they have pure water, I should give them. Anybody here? I don't think so. Why? When you enter a restaurant and they give you water for 250, the price is 250. It's expensive for bottled water that's not up to 20 pieces of a bag of water that is 200, and I'm buying bottled water 250. The price is not my problem. It's the value I'm getting. So how well are you able to emotionally communicate your value to your customers such that they don't mind your pricing? People will still leave pure water and buy bottled water 250, then go back to their house and drink water from tap. It's all about value. So when you're setting your price, think about the value. Next, upselling and cross-selling. You can keep increasing your price, the customer will settle for the lowest. Yeah. Or you can add a product that, let's say, this key and this AirPod. Yeah, this key holder and this AirPod. This key holder is 2,000 naira. This AirPod is 20,000 is let's say 15,000 naira. But I want to make money. So I say, okay, man, how about I give you, sorry, this AirPod case. Let's say this is an AirPod case and this AirPod. I give you the AirPod, you get the AirPod for 20,000 naira. And instead of, I'll remove 2,000, this 2,000, but I'll just give it to you for free. That's cross-selling. And you sell it, you still make money at the end of the day. You sold the two products and you have profits on each and every one of them. You cross-sell, you take your price higher, you upsell. Do you understand? And then we have value-based pricing. Set your pricing based on, you know, the experience, the feeling that it gives, you know, the client, the features of your product. Yeah? You are a designer. How much do designers charge for logo? 50,000. Why? Because this logo can do point A, point B. That's the value the logo is offering. So you charge based on your value. Next, we have competitive pricing. We call aggressive and dismissive. Aggressive is if you go higher, I go higher. If you go low, I go lower. That's what some companies use. Companies like Coca-Cola, competitors, big competitors like Biggie use it on them. Coke started selling their small Coke for 150. Biggie went to 100 naira. If you go low, we go lower. There are some companies who sell wines and liquor and all of that, and they went high, and some cognacs went higher. Yeah, so if Mattel is selling at 15,000 naira per bottle, Hennessy is like, yeah, my competitor, let's do it at 50,000. Yeah, and why? Because they have their market. So if you go high, I go higher. If you go low, I go lower. That's competitive pricing. And then always understand that when it comes to pricing, there's always money. You just need to identify the client that can pay you that money. Are we good to go? Sustainability. If you want to sustain your business, customer care is number one. I'm not even going to talk about customer care because I've talked about it in day 1 and day 2, but I'm pointing it out here again. Customer care, feedback, policies, guarantee, and communication. I'm not talking about all these things because it's just like repetition. I've mentioned them in the past, and they are the things you need to sustain your sales and your business. Now, closing phase 1, you want to close sales, treat your customers like they can pay. Don't be talking to customers like they are poor. Treat them, make a customer. Has somebody ever hyped you before, and before you know you have paid that 10,000 and you're like, I don't waste money, Jesus, I don't waste money. Why? Because that person made you feel like you could actually pay that money and you emptied your life savings to buy. Yeah, so treat your customers like they can. Acknowledge their opinion. Close every inquiry. Don't leave everything on red. I'll get back to you when. I'll send you the money when. I'll talk to you later. When can I, when? I'm going to call you back. When can I call you back? Or call me back later. When will you call me back later? I've seen the link, so when will I receive it? Close every inquiry and always look for solution for your clients. Do you understand? Now, to be able to close a sale and also profile your customer, we have what we call the BANT strategy. Number 1, identify their budgets. That's B. Identify their budgets. If you cannot work within their budgets, leave them alone. Or if it works, give them a payment plan and close the sale. Second is find the authority. I want to ask you guys a question. If you are into real estate, it's for everybody, please answer. If you are into real estate and you have 2 clients, yeah? You have 2 clients who came, a husband and a wife came to buy a husband and a wife came to buy a product, yeah? A house. Who do you think is in charge? The husband or the wife? Who do you think is in charge?
The wife.
Thank you very much. Why? Because based on that property, the wife is the one who the husband is buying the house for. Because, I mean, if she says, honey, I don't like the way the kitchen looks, it's so small, game over. So if you are concentrating that, oh, the man is the one paying, and you left the authority because she's the authority. For some people, the authority are the gatekeepers. You came to close a deal at a company and you are speaking to the secretary like she does not have sense. You will later see Oga, don't worry. Oga is not on seat. And Oga can be on seat. Oga might not even know that you exist. And you'd have come to that office more than 1 million times and secretary will tell you, he's not on seat. Oga is busy. God should not help you today that Oga should not come out and not rush Oga. But as long as that Oga has never seen you before, you will never see that Oga. Because why? You did not identify the authority. In that office, the secretary is the authority. That is the person you see first before you see the main people. So if you don't find the authority early, game over for you. Next is find out their needs. You can be able to use their needs to sell to them, identify their needs to sell to them, and then finally find out the time. How long how fast do they want this? If they are not fast, if they don't need it fast, put them in a place where you group customers that don't need it urgent. Do we all understand? So budget, authority, need, and time-based. Do you understand? And finally, we're going to be talking about closing strategy. Sorry. We're going to be talking about closing strategy. Number one, we have one-shot techniques, test us and see. We tell a client, test us. I want you to screenshot this and use it, know it off heart, or by heart, and use it to sell. When you tell a client, test us, just give us a shot. Let's get this thing done for you. Always go with your proof of service so that it's easy for them to test you. Now, secondly, what's the worst case scenario? Replace it. So you tell them, sir, what's the worst case scenario? The worst case scenario is that we don't do this thing the way you want it, and we'll refund you. Oh, really? I get a refund? Yeah. Now, you are good at your job, so there will be no need for that. But you need to close that sale. So what's the worst case scenario? Replace it with something. Replace it with what did the worst case scenario, and then give them an option that they are willing to put their money down for. Yeah? So what's the worst case scenario is that the shoe does not size you? I'll do a new one for you. That is not a problem. Say, okay, no wala, send your account number. Third-party assistant, this is mostly for physical products, especially when somebody came to buy the product from you. Don't focus on the person who wants the product, focus on the person they came with, right? So two people came to buy a car, and you are saying, sir, do you like it? Do you like this? No, just meet the friend. Sir, good afternoon, sir. Sir, don't you like this car? It's your friend, he likes this car, but he's not making a decision. And he says, Femi, buy the car. And this one is nice. Honestly, it's nice. Because what? That third party can make them make that decision. Buy this dress now, it's fine. If it's me, it's just that I didn't come here to buy that. It's not, in fact, madam, give me this clothes. Your friend will buy it. So third-party assistance, always the third party there asks for their opinion. Do you understand? When a client says, oh, I know other people that want to work with me, you are free, sir. Please do check out with them and then give me a feedback. I would be expecting a call from you. That's to tell you that, look, you won't stress my life. Don't come and scare me with you have other people. Go and meet. If those people are so good, you won't be in a conversation with me. So some people will say, oh, I'll check out another person. And they actually do. Don't stress yourself. But most of the time, they will always come back because they know that. I mean, somebody tried it yesterday on me and said, you're not the only person. I've spoken to a lot of people about this thing. And I said, sir, thank you very much. I'm glad. I mean, we're a lot of people building websites across Nigeria. How about you reach out to them and then just reach back to me, so I can know your decision. This person knows that, look, this guy is not interested in too much talk. Yeah. And then he said, okay, look, okay. The thing now is that I trust your work. You've identified some issues that I have, and I really want to work with you. And I said, thank you very much, sir. Do have a lovely day ahead. Do you understand? Because technique. When a client is asking you, why should I work with you? You tell them because, then you put your point. Because this is what you get. Because this is how you do it. Because this is how I will do it. Because you won't suffer. Because you put your because technique. And then there's something we call the future pacing technique. Future pacing is you painting the desire that client wants. Painting the future. Somebody said, you want to sell real estate. You need to paint a picture of what the home will look like. Don't paint a picture of the structure. Paint it, sir. Sir, if you get this property, you can put your, sir, do you love paintings? And they say, yeah, I love painting. You can put your paintings here. You can put your study. You can have your time, your quiet time to yourself. And the man's already imagining you. A home where he'll be quiet, free from wahala. Look at his paintings. Think. You're painting the future for that. They will pay. They will pay. Sometimes you need to pay the result they'll get. Madam, when you run this ad, you'll have this amount of clients coming in on a daily basis based on this, customer acquisition cost strategy. Do you understand? And I mean, imagine a business where you don't have to be online all this 24/7, but your business is selling. Really, they pay the money. And then we have social proof. Social proof is your followers, your IG account. If you don't have plenty followers, please have plenty posts. That's how I believe that you are doing something. Social proof. And then there's the if-then technique. If you do this, I'll do this for you. So this is what's happened. This is what will happen, sir. Okay. I'm charging 100,000 for 20 designs, but here's what's going to happen. If you send me 150K now, I'll do 30 for you. I'll do 30 or I'll do 40 for you. Instead, I'll do 30, then you balance me 200. If you do this for me, you balance me 50 later, just send 150. I'll do the 30 you want, then you balance me 50 later. He's like, oh, really? But that's great. That's wonderful. So if I do this for you, you will do this. If you do this, I'll do this for you. Use the objection to sell. When a client tells you that, I'm having issues with, with my sales, yeah? Oh man, what's wrong with your sales? You have issues with sales? Okay, so have you done this? Have you done this in your sales? Have you done this? No. Man, you need your sales to upgrade, so that your business can be able to enjoy profit and revenue. And you can't do that without design. I mean, we want to make sales here. Design is not the thing you are hitting on. It's the sales. We're trying to make sales. I know you are trying to reach to new customers. You want to get more people, but design is important. You need to get your design straight so that money will come in. They'll pay. Do you understand? And then remind them of the benefits of your products. Once you're able to go through all these strategies for your closing, you would be able to make sales. So I've shared these sales strategies for you, closing strategies to close the deal and get the transfer done. Do go over them if you're watching this video. Thank you very much for watching. God bless you guys. So if you're watching, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, reach out to me. I'm going to stop the recording now. All right, guys. Thank you.